Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate you doing so, as it will help the channel to grow, right? So in this video, we're going to be giving you updates on the test match between West Indies and England. The match is currently in the second day. So we're going to be sharing the scores in the match so far and also talking about a few brilliant bowling performances by West Indian batsmen and also the performances of the English batsmen as well, right? So as you know, on the opening day, West Indies, they were bowled out for 121 with Gus Atkins taking 7 for 45 on his debut in his debut match. And England, in reply, at the end of the opening day, they were 189 for 3, with Jaden Seals and Jason Holder being the bowlers that took the wickets for the West Indies in their bowling innings. Today, on the second day of the match, England, they eventually were bowled out for 371, just a bit past lunch. And so they scored very fast, because if you remember, it was just a bit past lunch yesterday when they bowled out the West Indies and they went into bat. So even though they lost all 10 of their wickets in the space of just almost call it 3 or 4 sessions, they scored really fast, which is what led them to get into 371 runs. And it's typical of England and the way they have been playing Test cricket, in the past few years. I guess they call it buzzball, where they just come out aggressive and back themselves with the bat to score runs. And that's what they did, right? But even though England scored fast, the West Indies also took wickets at regular intervals to get them out just past lunch on the second day, right? So, and leading the way with the ball for West Indies was Jaden Seals. He took 4 for 77 from so Jaden Seals, he took 4 for 77 from 20 overs, right? So he was the leading wicket taker for us with the ball, and it's no surprise, really. Jaden Seals, coming off the back of his brilliant English championship season, where he was the leading wicket taker in his division for his team. I was expecting him to do well in this England series, considering the fact that he is familiar with English conditions, and he proved himself earlier in the English summer by taking that many wickets that he did. So Jaden Seals, he took 4 for 77. Jason Holder, he bowled 18 overs and took 2 for 58. Gudakesh Motie, he bowled 16 overs and took 2 for 41. And Gudakesh Motie, I must say, with those 2 wickets that he took, he definitely proved his worth to this West Indian team, right? Being a genuine wicket taker, bowling 2 brilliant deliveries to get rid of Ben Stokes and Joe Root, who you can arguably say are the best English batsmen, are the most popular English batsmen, right? And they both can and have scored runs for England. And Gudakesh Motie got them out with 2 brilliant deliveries, especially the ball that he bowled to get Ben Stokes out. I tell you, it was nothing of just breathtaking. Even Ben Stokes, after he got out, he could do nothing but to just nod his head to Gudakesh Motie and acknowledge that that was a brilliant ball. Talking about a ball pitching outside off stump and just turning between bat and pad of Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes tried to play a shot at it and the ball just turned and took out his middle stump. Likewise, the ball that he bowled to get rid of Joe Root, again, another brilliant ball, ball pitching and turning and knocking over the stumps of Joe Root as well. So Gudakesh Motie definitely played a role in this innings, being economical. He was our most economical bowler, and he took 2 crucial wickets for us in key moments to help get the England team all out, right? If Joe Root and Ben Stokes were spent any more time at the crease, then they would have definitely scored more than they did. So England, they have a lead of 250 runs, right? With the bat for them, their batters, like I said, they scored fast and they scored runs at a very quick rate, right? So Zach Crawley, he got 76 of 89 balls for them. Ollie Pope, he scored 57 off 74. Joe Root, he scored 68 off 114. Harry Brook, he also scored a half century, getting 50 off 64. And Jamie Smith, who is their wicketkeeper batsman on debut, he scored 70 off 119. And Chris Wokes, he scored 23 off 43. And they were the main contributors with the bat for England in their total of 371 all out. So I must say it was good bowling by some of our bowlers. I must say I am disappointed with Alzarri Joseph. Alzarri Joseph was very expensive, and likewise Shamar Joseph as well. But Alzarri, he bowled 18 overs for 106 runs, right, in a test match, with an economy rate of 5.88. So there were quite a few boundaries of Alzarri that came off the edge and went to went for four, right? But he also could have bowled better. But I'm not surprised that a lot of edges of Alzarri went for four, considering the pace that he bowls with and just the attacking nature of Alzarri as a bowler. That's bound to happen. With runs coming off of him. We definitely would have loved if he was a bit more economical, but the way the England batters approach the innings in combination with the pace that Alzarri bowls at, that definitely contributed to it. Shamar Joseph as well, a bit disappointing. He bowled 15.4 overs for 68 runs, so he wasn't as expensive as Alzarri, but going at 4.34 in a test match is also considered expensive, right? He definitely wasn't at his best, and there were a few times in his bowling where he had to come off the field to get treatment. Seem as if it's cramps more than any serious injury. But for a while there was a bit of concern there with Shamar Joseph as to whether or not he would be able to continue to bowl. On the opening day, he went down and called the physio on to give him treatment. Ended up going off the field, but he returned and was able to bowl again today on the second day. Same thing, in his first over of the day, he was only able to bowl 4 balls before he went down again with the same apparent injury. Went off to get some treatment, and he did come back and bowled another over, right? So seem as if the injury isn't as serious, but it's definitely still concerning. And hopefully he can get over it and come back and bowl at his best in the second innings if the West Indian batsmen are able to first overcome that lead. So, like I said, England are leading by 250 runs. So the first task at hand for the West Indian batsmen will be to score at least 250. And then if they are able to do that, then also get the score to get a big enough total where the bowlers will have a defendable total to come and try and bowl England out against, right? It's based on how the first innings went, you would say it's unlikely, but there's still a lot of time left in this test match. This just being the second day of the match. So they will have time to bat. So they'll just have to come out, apply themselves and bat smart. And hopefully they're able to do so this time. And hopefully they learn something from the first innings that they batted and were bundled out for 121. So hopefully they can come out in the second innings and put on a much better performance. Because there is talent in this batting lineup. They have to apply themselves and bat better. Long story short, right? But so just to summarize, England, they have a first innings lead of 250 runs. West Indies will be coming out to bat soon. So I'll be giving you an update at the end of the day's play. But that's all I have for you right now in this video, viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Do remember to like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.